This is Arty the Smarty. It's a story by Faith McNulty with pictures by Albert Aquino. This is the story of a little fish. His name was Arty, and he was a smarty. One day, all the little fish were swimming side by side by side. Little fish like to swim the same way at the same time. So all the little fish were all swimming this way, and then they all swam that way. Well, what did Arty the Smarty do? Well, when the fish went this way, Arty went that way. And when the fish went that way, Arty went this way. Soon the little fish were all mixed up. Then the fish began to swim together again, this way, then that way, then this way, then that way. But along came Arty the Smarty again, and what did he do this time? Well, this time he swam upside down and making a funny fish face. All the little fish began to laugh. Do you know what it sounds like when a fish laughs? Bloop, bloop, bloop. Those are laugh bubbles. Bloop, bloop. And the fish laughed so hard they got all mixed up again. Well, one day Arty saw some little fish crying. That mean old crab, you know him, he had made them cry. And the little fish were afraid of the mean old crab. But not Arty. Arty swam right up to the mean old crab, and mean old crab was eating his dinner. Arty took hold of the crab's dinner, and then he pulled. Old crab wanted his dinner, so he didn't let go. Arty pulled, the crab pulled, Arty pulled and pulled, and the crab pulled and pulled, until the crab was spun around and around and around. Mean old crab was dizzy. He had to let go. He was so dizzy, he went around and around and around and around till he was far away. Arty is a smarty, cried the little fish. He made mean old crab go away. Good old Arty. One day Arty saw something on a hook. That hook was on a fishing line, and away up there on the top of the water, a fisherman was holding that line. Well, yummy! There was something good to eat on that hook, so Arty swam over. The fish cried, "No, no, no, Arty, don't go near the hook." But Arty was a smarty, and he knew a way to get the food right off that hook, and he did. And then he put something on the hook for the fisherman. Soon the hook came down again. Arty said, "Yummy, more food," and Arty swam over to get it. The little fish cried, "No, Arty, no, no, don't go near the hook." But Arty knew what to do. He took the food off again. Again he put something on the hook for the fisherman. Up went the hook with the surprise, and all the fish laughed. Bloop, 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 bloop. But not the fisherman. He went away. The little fish cried, "Arty is really some smarty. He made the fisherman go away just like the mean old crab. Arty can do anything." But there was something Arty could not do. More than anything, Arty wanted to make a big splash. But he was a little fish. All he could make was a little splash. Arty didn't stop trying. He jumped and he jumped and he jumped. He just had to make a big splash, a really big, big splash. And he jumped and he jumped, but all he could make was a little splash because he was a little fish. One day Arty said, "I need more room so that I can make a big splash. I'll swim out to sea." The little fish said, "No, no, Arty, don't go out to the sea. You won't ever come back." But Arty was a smarty, and he swam out to the sea, way, way out in the sea where there were fishing boats, way out at the sea where there were nets to catch fish. "Not me," said Arty the Smarty. He was a little fish. He just swam in and out of the net, never getting caught, and on he went, on out to the deepest, deep, deep of the sea. Arty didn't know it, but whales live in the deepest, deepest, deep of the sea, and a big, big whale was swimming by. He was so big. His mouth was like a barn door, and his mouth was open so wide, Arty didn't even see the whale. On came the whale. On went Arty right into the whale's big mouth. It was deep and dark inside that whale. Arty didn't like it. "Where am I?" he said. "What is this? What's going on?" Arty began swimming around and around and around, here and there, this way and that. He couldn't see anything. Bump, bump, he hit the side of the whale. Arty began to jump and splash. Bloop, bloop, bloop. He began to blow bubbles. Bloop, bloop. Bump, bump against the side of the whale. Splash, splash. Bloop, bloop. Well, that whale did not know what was going on inside. All he could feel was tickle, 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 tickle. All at once, the whale, because of the tickling, had to laugh. And what a laugh that was. If you've ever heard a whale laugh, you know it's a big laugh. And out came Arty in a big, big splash. "I did it!" cried Arty. "I made a whale of a splash." And he swam home as fast as he could to tell all the little fish all about the big splash that he had made. Bloop, bloop, bloop.